Hey everyone, Grind87 here from Cal Films Incorporated, bringing you another video today, and today we are going to be discussing the Protection Paladin. So today we are going to be going over some talents and some glyphs, so let's just jump right into it here. Alright. We're going to be going 0, 33, and 8. Starting off in the protection tree, we're going to be going 3 out of 3 and increasing all healing done by you and all healing effects on you by 6%. The reason I go 3 out of 3 in that is because World of Glory, you want to be popping that on you and others, so that's great to have. 2 out of 2 in Seals of the Pure, increase the damage done by your Seal of Righteous, Seal of Truth, and Seal of Justice by 12%. The reason I do that, or the reason I take that, is because you want to have Seal of Truth up all the time, and as well as Blessing of Kings. 0 out of 0 in Eternal Glory, obviously. 2 out of 2 in Judgments of the Just. Your Judgments reduces the melee and range attack speed of the target by 20% for 20 seconds. In addition, increases the duration of Seal of Justice effect by 1 second. You want to go 2 out of 2 in that. That's very good. Toughness, increases your armor value by items by 10%. 3 to 3 in that. No brainer. Hollow Ground, increases your damage of your Consecration by 40% and decreases its mana cost by 80%. This is very good for AoE tanking. If you have 2 prot specs, which I used to have, I used to switch up specs when I get to a boss, or like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna be AoE in these guys, so I better go in my AoE spec, you know. And then you had Hollow Ground, so this is a very good talent for AoE. Sanctuary, very good one. 3 to 3 in that. Reduces the chance you'll be critically hit by an enemy attacks by 6% and reduces all damage taken by 10%. In addition, when you block or dodge a melee attack, you gain 3% of maximum mana. Hammer of Righteous, you want to take that for sure. Increases the damage of your Crusader Strike and Judgment abilities by 100%, and increases the critical strike chance of your Holy Wrath and Hammer of Wrath spells by 30%. 2 out of 2 in Wrath of the Lightbringer. Next up we have Rakanan. 1 out of 2 in this. You have a 10% chance after blocking an attack for your next 4 weapon swings within 8 seconds to generate an additional attack. I only put 1 out of 2 in this. For single target tanking, I'd go 2 out of 2. But it's really up to you for this one. I go 1 out of 2. Shield of the Righteous. Gotta take that, no brainer. Grand Crusader. 2 out of 2 in that. When your Crusader Strike or Hammer of the Righteous deal damage to your primary target, they have a 20% chance of refreshing the cooldown on your next Avenger Shield and causing it to generate a charge of holy power. Yay! If used within 6 seconds. Vindication. 1 on 1 on that. Holy Shield, want to take that. 1 on 1. Guarded by the Light. I take 2 out of 2 in that. Increases your Road of Glory by 10% when used to heal yourself. In addition, any overhealing will create a protective shield equal to the amount of overhealing that lasts for 6 seconds. Now, you won't get the... it says that any overhealing will create a protective shield that absorbs damage. You won't get that, and you won't get that if you only put 1 into it. So if you put 2, it'll add an extra thing to it, like a shield. It'll absorb damage. So I take 2 out of 2 in that. Very nice, absorbing the damage as well. Divine Guardian, you want to take that. It's kind of like a raid wall. Sacred Duty, 2 to 2 in that. Your Judgments in the Avenger Shield have a 50% chance of making your next Shield of the Righteous a critical strike. You could take that. It's really up to you on this one. I take 2 out of 2 in it. But 1 out of 2 is fine. But I take 2 out of 2. Reduces the cooldown of Avenging Wrath, Guardian of the Ancient Kings, and Divine Plea. Yeah. It won't reduce the cooldown of Divine Plea, it'll just generate 3 Holy Valor. Arcane Defender, no brainer, you want to take that. Moving on to the Retribution tree. Eye for an eye. All magic attacks against you have a 40% chance to cause 30% of the damage taken back to the attacker's wall. You don't have to go for this one. You could take those points and put it into Improved Judgment. That's really up to you. And 3 out of 3 in Crusader. Increase the damage done by your critical strike. Crusader Strike, Hammer of the Righteous, and Templar's Verdict. And the damage and healing of your Holy Shock by 30%. Yeah, that's also a no-brainer. Moving on to glyphs. Now, for glyphs, I don't really have any major glyphs. I do, but yeah. So for the first one, you can either do. This is for AOE tanking. Increase the damage of both physical and holy components of Hammer of the Righteous by 10%. You could do that one, or you could do that one for AoE tanking, and do this one for single target tanking and increase the critical strike chance of Crusader Strike. Next up, we got Glyph of Shield of the Righteous. Increase the damage of your Shield of Righteous by 10%. Glyph of Seal of Truth. Your Shield of Truth and Seal of Righteous also grant 10 expertise while active. You could go for that. Some people say it's not really a tanking, it's more of a ret glyph, but I take it anyways so that I don't have to gem or reforge expertise. No, gem, what the hell? Reforge expertise, I guess. But it's really up to you for that glyph. I'd go for one of the major glyphs. I would go for reduce the mana cost of your Crusader Strike by 30%. And if you're single target tanking, no, not single target tanking, my bad. You could also go for Dazing Shield. Your Avenger Shield now so all dazes targets as well. Yeah, there's nothing really else other than the Holy Wrath. Yeah, so that's it for glyphs, and we're gonna be going over the gems and enchants in part 2.